Alright, we got this thing done. I didn't feel like doing a bunch of time lapses and whatever, so it's all full of air bubbles, but it'll work. We've got all the surface area in the goddamn world. The sunroof is huge, and the area around it is also fairly large. What do I got, like 5 inches here, 5 inches here? We're good. It's not going anywhere. After this dries, then starting to sand the edges and apply the Bondo. So, I've been sweating my ass off. Nobody wants to watch that. But yeah, it's been pretty humid and rainy the past few days. I've been trying to protect the metal to make sure it doesn't rain. The first night when I put the filler pieces on, that was the last thing I showed you. It started to rain that night, and I had bare metal, and so I was like, you know what, screw it. And so I put one large layer, I made it like this, one large layer on there to cover up most of the area, and I just used some resin to cover up the metal areas, exposed metal areas, and then just let that dry up. I had to wait a little extra. It was like over, probably like 24 to, it was over 24, but it was like probably around 30-ish hours. So, sorry, it was a little slow. But yeah, I mean, you can see I did like the stages again. One's at the top, 1.5, 2, and then whatever numbers under there. But I ran out of this stuff. I ended up using this piece because it kind of like overlapped a bunch. You can see I still like overlapped like a bunch of layers on here, but whatever, it'll work. As long as it doesn't pick up, and as long as nothing catches here and picks that up, basically wind. As long as the wind doesn't pull this up, I'm good with it. Just, I never want it to crack is the issue. I kind of did the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. I made basically every piece all the same size, but whatever. I tried to do like, this much of a gap, but I have the first piece is like in through here. It's the thick stuff. I put some of the thick stuff in the center as well to thicken that up. I did 2 layers of that, and then I did 3 layers of this stuff. So I like this stuff much better than I like this stuff. This feels like curtains compared to this. Feels like clothing, like thicker. It's thicker and it's obviously more spaced out. Like there's more ability for the resin to get through this. This is just so tight. It's actually thinner at the same time, but it wrinkles. It doesn't flow with the contours as much, so that's probably why I'm getting all of these air bubbles. But I'm really not too worried about it holding at all. This stuff's gonna be great. Resin is just magic. So, I mean, would I sell this? No. I don't think anyone would want something full of air bubbles like this. Sorry for the noise. But for me, works great. The drop cloth in there is catching all the drips. There's some drips in here. This right here, drip, drip. But we're doing good. Just so hot. I was trying to be very careful with grinding the fiberglass down too, because I put some chop. Where is it? This stuff. I put some of this on there to like thicken it up in all the low areas, and I did it way too much in this area and way too much like in this area. So it was like kind of like a high spot, and then it like came down. I don't know why I gave too much of a crap. It would have been like probably about an 1/8 inch of Bondo, but I don't know. It would probably crack. But we'll see. I'll probably still end up with an 1/8 inch of Bondo. So I had to grind a lot of it down, so where it like wasn't higher than the metal itself. And there's still some low areas. In the corner in the back over here, and like this front area, there's still like a little bit of a low spot, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. A little bit of Bondo in that area. I filled it in. It's filled in a bunch, but it's still gonna need some Bondo. But we're just gonna slather this whole thing with 1/4 inch of Bondo and just bring it down until it touches fiberglass, and then do all the other areas until it touches fiberglass, and we're just gonna rock it, well, just like that. Put some primer over it, call it a day. That's it. Nothing too crazy. I mean, we're gonna try to keep the Bondo thin. But I'm not gonna go too nuts on it. You know what I mean? All right, 1/4 inch is excessive as well. But yeah, so basically, I found another dent over here. I got that one covered. The door over here is good. There's like one last one over here. I gotta put some more primer on here. So that's ready for a final scuff. I think there was a little, I actually dinged it right here with, I think, a jack stand or something somehow. I think the cord grabbed it and I just like kind of yanked it and thing leaned over. Whatever. We're not going for perfection, remember. But back here came out awesome. I finally got this done. I had to redo every single spot in the back here. All the little holes back here, the trunk latch mechanism, or the keyhole, sorry. And then the ones over there, I had to do all of them like 2 or 3 times. I just wasn't getting the Bondo to sit right, and there was a pinhole, or there was just like a big hole. I remember I did the keyhole back there. I spread it out, it looked nice and even, everything was good. I was starting to sand it, I was like, there's a giant divot in the center of this. There's no way. Are you kidding me? And when I last looked at it, it looked great. I even left some over the keyhole, like I left it concave where it would, you know, be higher in the center. And nope, that didn't happen. And this one I slathered more on here. It dried. I added too much of a hardener, and it dried super quick. That's why it looks like trash versus the, you know, swept area. This is just like, I was just like, oh shit, it's literally drying in my hand. So we got that going. You can literally see the difference, but I'm probably gonna have to fill this in again because there's giant low spots and whatever. I had to fill in, it was really like this area. So hopefully this is enough, but I'll probably have to do another coat. But after that, the rear end's Gucci. It's just the roof, and then the front bumper, and then scratching up the entire car. So unfortunately it's Sunday now, so I don't have the whole weekend left. It took me literally the entire weekend to do this fiberglass. And it's not, I mean, the fiberglass is on there, but I have a lot of bodywork still to do, so not excited at all. I got some rubber wheels too to take all the glue off the trim areas like this. So all that needs to come off all the way down the car. Goes all the way down the goddamn car, even in the back. Man, my knees have been killing me. I gotta take this one off still. Remove that light. It's just a running light or whatever, but I don't really care about sand. I'm gonna sand in here at least like an inch, but I gotta sand the bumper. I don't think I'm gonna take it off. I think it's fine. Whatever, it'll be fine. This one didn't have any. This one had good clips, so. Oh, I forgot actually, it's clips. Sweet. There's no adhesive there. That's nice. It's just the center that's the adhesive, which I think instead of using the clips in the center, because they're a pain in the ass, I'll probably just use adhesive, the 3M stuff. But yeah, so I've been rambling. It's too hot. I'm dying. I'm gonna go cool off, come back, and we are going to just touch up on all the little other things. Like maybe I'll sand down the bumper or whatever, or maybe finish the bodywork in the rear end. Maybe. Peace.